Hello, this is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. Please hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Today's video is regarding the 911 call again, and I wanted to address something first. Are all the lunatics in the comment section who think I would make something up, that, oh, I didn't really hear anything. I didn't really hear anything. Oh, Gray, you didn't hear anything. And they go on and on and on trying to disparage my character, but I can tell you that I am one of the few people that does true crime with integrity. Okay? You might think that the other people who sell you guys the conspiracy theories all day long are those people, but you're mistaken. They are the scum of the earth. All right? So listen, here we go. Here is some audio. Listen to this.
11:55 a.m. 42 seconds, November 13, 2022.
911 location of your emergency.
Hi, something is happening. Something happened in our house. We don't know what.
What is the address of the emergency?
1122.
What is the rest of the address?
Oh, Kings Road.
All right, there you go. Did you hear that? That's actually the audio, everybody. And that's Dylan Mortensen, I believe, and she's absolutely freaked out when she's doing the 911 call. So now when we go over this, keep in mind that that's what their feeling is in there, all right? And I found some other things. So 911 call, 911, location on your emergency, and I guess we've already heard right up to here. She says, King Road. Okay, and is that house or an apartment? It's a house. Can you repeat the address to make sure that I have it right? So then A1 says, I'll talk to you guys. We live at the right, so we're next to them. And that's a female. The operator says, I need someone to repeat the address for verification. Then the female neighbor says, the address is 1122 King Road. Then the operator says, and what's the phone number that you're calling from? Then the neighbor says, what's your phone number to Dylan? And then, or maybe even Bethany, because that's the phone number that this is on. And Bethany repeats back to her what the phone number is, and then the operator says, okay, and tell me exactly what's going on. And then the neighbor says, I'm one of the roommates who passed out, and she was drunk last night, and she's not waking up. Now, this girl doesn't sound as frantic because it's a neighbor. Now, my feeling is that Dylan and Bethany probably went up the stairs and looked down and saw that there was probably Xana through the door, could see that she was laying on the ground. They called her name and she didn't reply, and they didn't go any further. And then the operator says, okay. Then the neighbor says, oh, and they saw some man in their house last night. Because right here, this is where Dylan says, no, we saw, because when the neighbor started telling the story, she left out the part that they saw a man, because that's what Dylan wanted to get out there, get the ball rolling. And then the operator says, okay. And then the neighbor says, oh, and they saw some man in the house last night. Yeah. And then Dylan comes on and says, hi, this is Dylan. But you hear this is Dylan underneath the operator talking. And are you with the patient? Okay, I need someone to keep the phone. Stop passing it around. And then Dylan's like, hey, can I just tell you what happened pretty much? And she said it really frantically, like that same voice that you just heard a moment ago. What is going on currently? Is someone passed out right now? I don't really know, but pretty much at 4, and she wanted to tell the story again, and then the operator said, okay, I need to know what's going on right now. If someone is passed out, can you find out? And then Dylan says, yeah, I'll come. Come on. We got to go check. But we have to, because there's probably somebody saying, oh, we don't want to. But those words are all said relatively quickly. And then there's 9 seconds that pass before she says, is she passed out? And then she repeats to the operator, she's passed out, and then says, what's wrong, to the male. And inside of that, before she said she's passed out, and then we have a male that says the name Xana out loud, like trying to call her name to get her attention, right before, is she passed out? And then you hear, oh my God, and then it's just before what's wrong, that's when the male says, oh my God. Then dispatching Moscow Law Ambulance 4, and then she's not waking up. Xana, a male voice, yells. So after she's not waking up, the male goes, Xana! And this part right here that says unconscious 1122 King Road does not show up on the 911 call itself. So there's other audio that she's communicating with people. Then 70 is en route. I'm not sure if that's on there. Then the operator says, okay, one moment. I'm getting help. Started that way. And then, thank you, is what Dylan says. Okay, one moment. I'm getting help. Started that way. And then Dylan says, okay, thank you. Not okay, maybe. I don't know where they came up with that. Then it's, what's wrong, in high-pitched, upset voice. Dylan says to a person, upset voice, and then 23 seconds of deep hyperventilating. So that actually could be the male that's running down the stairs, because it does sound like a male, and she's standing right next to Dylan, and that person was freaking out. And then we hear Dylan say, poor Kaylee, and then the male says, get out, get out, get out, like, let's get out. And then 1122 King Road, all ambulance respond for unconscious 1122 King Road. I copy. Some of this stuff isn't in there because these are, again, this is a different audio track from a different agency. That one I copy. About 20-year-old female unconscious trying to get further. So I think the 20-year-old female came from this conversation, and this is out of order. Yeah, it's Evan. We don't hear that on the 911 call. And then Dylan says, okay, how old is she? She's 20. So when people are like, oh my God, it said 20. It said 20-year-old before they even knew that she was 20. I think that's just out of order, because these are things that they piece together, and just based on what I've observed so far, they're not really taking their time to be incredibly accurate here. You said 20. Yes, 20. Here, do we want to talk to him? Okay, not on audio. So this okay here is not on audio. And then the male voice says, hello, hello. Then the operator says, okay, I need someone to stop passing the phone around because I've talked to 4 different people. Okay, sorry, the male voice said. They gave me the phone. And then the operator asked the male, is she breathing? Then the male goes, hello again. The operator said, is she breathing? And he said, no, because that's likely the male that went up into the room and was maybe breathing heavily when he came down. It's hard to say, though. Then the operator says, okay. Then there's a voice says, en route, Bethany or Dylan. So when the male in the 911 call talks to, again, he says, Bethany or Dylan, I need you to, actually what I wrote is what he says. He says, Bethany or Dylan, I need you to talk to them. Say I can't talk to them. Say you need to talk to them. Meaning like maybe they said I can't talk to them and that you need to talk to them. Something like that. And then, okay, hello, is what the Dylan said. She actually grabbed the phone because he handed it to her after that. Then the operator said, okay, I've already sent the ambulance and law enforcement. Stay on the line. Then Dylan said, okay. Then the operator said, if there's a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it. Units responding, RPs advising. I don't think we hear that. Then the Dylan says, say that again. There is police here right now. The patient is not conscious, not breathing, is on audio. And so we do hear the part that says the patient is not conscious, not breathing. That part actually, this one isn't here. I just realized that. That one isn't on audio. It's the next time that's mentioned. The patient is not conscious, not breathing. Okay, if there's a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it. And then Dylan says, we don't have one. And then this is the one that you can hear, unconscious, not breathing. You hear that on the 911 call. Then Dylan says, do we have a defibrillator, to the EMS person that showed up? And that's the person who says unconscious, not breathing. And then another person there with that person said, yep. Then Dylan said, yes, we have one, back to the operator. Then the operator said, but are you talking to the officer? Then Dylan said, yes. And then she said, okay, I'm going to let you go since he's there with you and can help you. Okay, thank you, bye. Okay, and then we go through these things. Moscow 46 out, copy, all these things here. That's not mentioned on the 911 call. All right? So I thought I'd put that out there for you guys so you could actually hear that portion where you can hear the frantic nature of the voices of Dylan Mortensen herself, and Bethany Funk's there as well. I don't know, I don't hear her as much in there, and maybe some of the sounds are her, and we don't know, because every time they put A, it could be Dylan or Bethany, but at one point, Dylan actually says that it's her on the phone, and the voice seemed to be consistent with her voice on there. All right? All right, well, thank you guys very much for watching the video. Try not to be so rude to people who are actually just trying to get out information. I was given permission to play a little bit of that, so I'm doing it because I need people to realize that it's actually real, because there's just so many just ridiculously rude people out there. So probably pretty soon the entire thing will be able to be put out there, and we'll do that. All right? And I'm supposed to be on Ashley Banfield's show tonight talking about this, so this right here should let you know that it's an actual real 911 call, and I'll be on there talking about it. All right? So we'll see you guys over there. Thank you very much for watching, and as I always say, until next time, be safe out there.